Welcome back. Welcome back. Today is Friday, April the 10th, 2026. And we're going to start as we always do with our prayer. God, I surrender to you. God, I surrender to your spirit and ask to be a person who speaks words that please you. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you. Help me speak words of wisdom and blessing to others, giving grace to those who hear. Amen. Today's subject is faith. Faith is like Wi-Fi. It's invisible, but has the power to connect you to what you need. Say that again. Faith is like Wi-Fi. It's invisible, but has the power to connect you to what you need. The message from Grandma Cat today is, the reality is we don't have to understand everything about electricity or Wi-Fi to know the lights are on and our email is working. It's the assurance and the confidence we have in our hearts that it will work. We don't need to understand the mechanics. That's exactly how our faith in God looks like. We don't have to understand and know everything God will do in our lives, how he will intervene for us in our scariest situations, because faith in God is like what? Wi-Fi. It's invisible. However, the level of your faith shows itself by your deeds. James 2:22 reads, "You see that his faith and his action were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did." I'll read that again. James chapter 2, verse 22 reads, "You see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did." So, you guys know how if you get into an area and you don't have no internet service, or you come home and you get that remote and you hit that TV or hit the power button and it says you ain't got no service. You know how you guys be panicking? Me too, okay. You know how we get when it's not there, but we know it's supposed to be there, right? One thing that you don't have to panic about is whether or not God is there. God's always there. He's invisible to us, but he's always there. He's not like Wi-Fi, even though I started this segment by saying that faith is like Wi-Fi. But you know that God is always there. We don't have to understand and know everything God would do in our lives, but trust me, when you didn't have no way of paying that bill and somebody came along and offered you X amount of dollars to get that bill paid, trust me, that was God, boo. Well, you didn't have no food in your house and you had no idea what you was gonna feed those kids that day or the next day. And somebody gave you a call and said that the food bank at da-da-da was giving out food on da-da-da. God had them to give you a call, boo. Trust in God. Take it to God. Let's do the 5-finger prayer. The pinky finger is the smallest and last finger on the hand. This reminds us to pray for ourselves and our own needs, challenges, and aspirations. The ring finger is the weakest. Remember to pray for those who are sick, poor, and going through tough times. The middle finger is the tallest. Pray for our leaders in government, church, and community as those in positions of authority. The index finger is the pointing finger. Pray for those who teach, instruct, and heal. This includes teachers, doctors, and mentors. The thumb is the finger closest to your heart. Start by praying for those who are closest to you, your family members, loved ones, co-workers, and friends. The 5-finger prayer. Remember that. You guys have an awesome weekend on purpose, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.